Hello, and welcome to Akasha's Spiritual Corner. I'm Akasha, and today's reading will be another haunting series. It will be about the Black Dahlia. Now, for those who are not familiar with the case, this was a case that happened in 1946 Los Angeles, where a woman named Elizabeth Short, aka the Black Dahlia, body was found. It was drained completely of blood. It was dismembered in two parts to where the belly button is going down is in laying in one area of grass, okay, and kind of just the legs are sprawled out, and then maybe a foot or a foot and a half to 2 feet, if that amount of distance, you see, but you do see a different significant amount of distance. It's like a foot to maybe a foot and a half. You see the torso. The body was mutilated. The breast, different parts of the arms, the face, and the face had a ghoulish carving from both sides of the mouth going towards the ears. Also, there was other cuts and abrasions on her face that, like I said, the just to look at the photo gives you chills. Her murder was never solved, okay? And there's been mystery surrounding this murder ever since 1946. It's a cold case. So what we're going to do is ask some questions of Guiding Spirit. Greetings, Guiding Spirit. You are welcome. Thank you for your presence. I would like to ask you some questions about the Black Dahlia and her murder or murderers. There's been different theories over the years, okay, about who her murderer was or murderers were, okay. And like I said, once again, it's a cold case, famous case. And over the years, I've seen TV shows, I've read books about this case, and it still to this day fascinates me. That's why I wanted to include the story in my haunting series. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Okay, I thank all my current subscribers. And if you like, hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get those likes up, okay? All right. I have some questions of my own. For years, I've always wanted to ask. And I'm going to ask those questions this morning. Okay. Black Dahlia. Guiding Spirit, tell me about the Black Dahlia murder. Tell me about Elizabeth Short. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, we have the Tower card, disaster, and it is upside down. So it's upheaval, it's disaster on a lower level. Okay. Then we also have the card of freedom and a release, because this card is the Eight of Swords and it's upside down. And so this is self-acceptance, new perspective. She had accepted herself. She came to Hollywood like many women did in those days, sometimes wanting to be a star, a young starlet. And it is said that, you know, in her struggles, she was a waitress. An alleged prostitution had went on because times was hard. You're trying to eat. You're trying to survive every day, pay rent. And she kind of stayed like not in the most nicest areas, okay? Now you also have the Six of Pentacles, okay? And with the Six of Pentacles, it was a give and take, okay? That energy tells me that, okay, this upheaval, this chaos, this definitely horrific crime, even though if it was this way, I would say like a mass murder, or let's see, a typhoon or a monsoon or a tornado. But no, this is definitely appropriate, okay? But she had accepted her life, self-acceptance, but she had new ideas. You know, she was a person that had dreams, okay? So she had a new perspective, and that goes back to what she was wanting to do. It was a give and take with her survival, okay? Day-to-day living, okay? Three of Pentacles tells me it was a collaboration. It was more than one person. Now, 10 years earlier, in a different part of the country, the Midwest, it was murders that fit the description of her murder. Except with these victims, they were called the torso murders. There were like 11 to 12 victims, but majority of them, if not all of them, well, all of them, their heads were decapitated and their bodies were dismembered. And the torsos, along with the lower areas of the body, the belly button down, that part that would, you know, be intact or cut in half. Some of them was cut up, but they would be, some of the bodies were, had like a chemical treatment to them. But anyway, there were a lot of similarities, and Elliot Ness worked that case, but some people kind of thought that they might have been tied in because they never found the killer. And with her killer, he left a lot of messages, okay? But this tells me there was more than one person, okay? Which brings more questions to mind. And a give and take, and it had to deal, there was some exchanges of money, of currency, or wanting money or currency. Like if it was some kind of ritual. That's what I'm picking up. Like if it was some kind of ritual, whether it was formal or informal, it was something going on. Okay, then you have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, it was moving fast. It was rapid. It was moving towards her. And with this Knight of Pentacles, it was like with this person, hard work, responsibility. You know, she worked hard. Not just to survive, but to try to make her dreams come true. But she was kind of, you know, struggling, as we would say. And she had to kind of hustle to eat. Oh my goodness, these two cards just jumped out. The Justice card, fairness. Okay, I'll put that there. Manipulation. The Magician card is upside down. As I picked up these cards and I went to do this is when these two cards jumped out. Okay. So we have the Justice card, and I'll lay this here. And then the Magician card upside down, which also tells me that there was trickery. She was tricked. You know, she was manipulated. Because whoever the group was or party was that did this, And I do believe it was a collaboration. It wasn't just one person. She knew them. She was familiar with them. She had spent time with them, whether it was a few hours in a bar drinking, or if she had like maybe went out on a date with one of these people, like a man. It was known that, sometimes during those days, the actresses, when they were struggling, they would, go to these places that were called taxi dancing. And, they would get paid a small amount of change, literally change, and to dance with guys. And sometimes they would do other things with guys just to get a meal, because you had to eat. And so they were hustling. And she was known to do that. So she probably met a lot of different men. I want to know more about this collaboration. God and Spirit, can you tell me more about the people, the collaboration of people? Was this some type of ritual, or was this just men who were drinking and thought they could take advantage, and when things went wrong, they just did whatever they wanted to do with her after she died or they killed her? Was this some type of ritual? Death, the devil, the hermit. Ooh, the death card. Okay. The end of a cycle. Metamorphosis, change. Okay. Beginnings also. When I'm picking up, this was the ending of a cycle, but the beginning of a new cycle. The devil, addiction. So alcohol was used, I do believe. Also, I'm just picking up energetic ritual vibes. Okay. The pinnacle of the 5-point star, this pinnacle that's behind the devil, it really sits out to me. It tells me there was some type of ritual that was done to her. This wasn't, like I said, it doesn't seem like now so much. It was a bunch of guys or a guy she was drinking with, and here comes his buddy. They get her drunk, take advantage, and either accidentally kill her, or they kill her, and then they just brutally just went crazy and said, we're going to do whatever we want to with this, explicit, you got people like that in the world. We got the hermit. The truth. Okay. Isolation. But the truth. Was this some type of sacrifice? Was it satanic? Or better yet, hold up, guiding spirit. The person that or persons that did this, were they important people in the community? Like, were they doctors, lawyers, studio heads? Not a blue collar worker type, but a white collar. Who was this person or persons that murdered Elizabeth Short, aka the Black Dahlia? Oh, heartbreak. Choices. Stabbed in the back. Wow. Okay, we got 3 of Swords. Brutality, heartbreak, chaos, trauma. Okay, and again, you see 3 swords, so we know it was more than one. She trusted them. They stabbed her in the back. She's down. She's defeated. Cups and choices. They had choices. She had choices. But there was options of what they was going to do with her and to her. Okay? The Knight of Swords. This person was impatient and they were impulsive. Okay? Impulsive about their choices, what they was going to do with her, the options. But I want to know what kind of person this was. Okay. Lack of money. Also, a Queen of Pentacles. Kind of energy that, and they're both upside down. That's what I'm picking up off this Queen is, they were self-centered, very self-centered type of person. Okay, very self-centered is one, definitely, and also jealousy. But mostly just being self-centered with the Queen upside down, the Queen of Pentacles, with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my God. Fleeting success. They wanted to avoid fleeting success is the reason why this was done. So that tells me this was somebody that in their life, in their occupation, they wanted to keep their success from fleeting. So they felt like if I do this, then I can keep everything going the way I want it to go, or that it can move in the positive direction. So I can become more famous. I can have more accreditations to my title when it comes to my job. That's just what I pick up. But I did pick up, like I said, some jealousy and self-centeredness. Also, this has to deal, I'm picking up more of a jealousy, and it's a woman. Like another actress, like somebody she's competing with, or she would have been competing with, because no matter who you're friends with in Hollywood or who girlfriends you had, if y'all were still auditioning for the same roles, that's your competition, okay? A lack of resources. So it may not have been bigwigs, but it was definitely somebody who wanted to further their career or get their career started to where they was in a major motion picture. I can't talk today. Was this a big wig or a small type of person? Big wig, queen. Compassion, comfort, calm. Two of Cups, they worked together. This was somebody that she knew. They worked together. This was the competition of another actress. Was there men involved? Was there men involved? Like heads of studios, actors? Was it a doctor? Because I have heard things. Okay, the Two of Swords, a stalemate in her death. The will, inevitable. She got hooked up with the wrong people. There was a stalemate. Okay? The wheel of fortune, inevitable. Her death was inevitable, y'all. Wow. So it was definitely some kind of ritual. It had to deal with somebody who wanted to get ahead. Of course, they had people working with them. And what I'm curious about, was it like some type of satanic ritual? Because that's the energy I'm also picking up. Like it was some type of And yes, those things went on then, and they did happen in Hollywood. You have all kind of different people in Hollywood with different beliefs. You know, Satanism and the practice of certain rituals just didn't start with Anton LaVey, okay? And in the industry back then, yeah, you would be amazed the things that people from different origins of the world that was in Hollywood practiced. Okay? Tell me more. Guiding Spirit, tell me more about her. About the people that did this to her. With a big wigs. Once again, I get the Eight of Swords, but this is not in reverse. She was trapped. She couldn't get out. The Death card, stagnant, decaying. She had no idea what was going to happen to her. There were secrets. Of course, secrets that, hey, we're going to kill you, of course. But there were other secrets that were being hidden. Things that were being done. And I still keep picking up ritualistic. And it's for them, for their wishes to come true. For them to have things. For them to have things that they have been wanting, been dreaming about. The big home, the nice cars, the wife and the kids are happy. We don't have to worry about money. So, yeah. She was, because she didn't have money, so it wasn't a robbery. This was a ritual that was done. She was a sacrifice. Okay. 10 of Wands. In reverse. Okay. Not delegating enough help with that Wands. The 10 of Wands, that just feels a little weird, but I have questions dealing with that 10 of Wands. I have a lot of questions. It's collapse, okay? It was a breakdown. But obviously not between none of these people that did it to her, because nobody knows. Ace of Pentacles, new ventures, okay? So this was to gain money, to gain, I keep picking up fame, I keep thinking, it's like it's just popping up in my head, kind of like a movie, like we want to get ahead. I can just feel the energy. 4 of Wands, gathering, okay? Happiness, celebrations. Parties. They had her, they wanted to party with her. Okay? They was at some place where people drink and socialize and congregate. Okay? The 10 of Pentacles to pass down. Yes. Intuition. Okay? New feelings, emotional awakenings, creativity. Yes. This was ritualistic. This was a ritualistic killing. This wasn't just a wandering serial killer, per se, who just killed for the fun and the thrill. This had to deal with ritual, contemplation. The 10 of Pentacles, wealth, passing down wealth. Okay, guiding spirit. Will her case ever be solved? Will it ever be solved? Because like I said, this is like 1946 and to now it has never, ever been solved. Okay? Will it ever be solved? Will it ever come out who her killer was? Or killers in this case. Because I'm picking up more than one killers. And I'm picking up ritualistic killing, sacrifice. Will it ever come out? Oh, wow. Oh my God, wow. Will it ever come out? Admitting defeat. Defeat will have to be admitted. So people who want to find out, people who are doing investigations, people who maybe decide to reopen this case, which I don't see that happening. They felt defeated, like, look, she's just going to wind up being a cold case. So that's the 7 of Wands in reverse. And that's also a motor vehicle going by in the parking lot of my apartment. Wow. Let's see. Ace of Wands, new ventures. People have moved on. And let's see the third card. What does it say? See, lack of resources. They're not going to use any more financial resources for this case. Okay. And then the Ace of Swords in reverse. That Ace of Swords is confusion, brutality, chaos. Okay. That's the end result. So it's not going to ever be resolved. It's a case that's been too cold for too long. Most likely the people or the person, or in this case, like I said, people, because I picked up, definitely was more than one person. It was definitely ritualistic. It was a motive for the whole thing, and was for to benefit financially, to benefit in the career, to benefit in their daily lives, what they were doing. And she was right for the pickings. For whatever reason, they picked her out. She was, in their eyes, right for the pickings. And that's another question we're going to just ask real quick. To the killer or killers, the Black Dahlia, Elizabeth Short, was she in the right person? In other words, she was right for the pickings? When did they pick her out and say, hey, yeah, she's right for the pickings? Wow. We got the King of Pentacles upside down for greed. Yep. And the Empress. She had a mothering nature to her. It was something about her energy, okay, that she had. She represented something to them. So, yeah. And the motive was greed. The motive was greed. So, like I said, there are no more questions, and that is my reading for the Black Dahlia. I do want to load this up also, and so that people on my other channel, Akasha's Tarot, can also check out my haunting series. So if you see a certain sign spin up and it says Akasha's Tarot, or if you're on Akasha's Tarot and you see Akasha Spiritual Corner, look, these are both my channels. You're in the right place. I just want all the people that tune into both my channels to enjoy this haunting series, because I'm making this for y'all. I was inspired by y'all, and also the time of the year, and just the macabre, strange cases I know I've studied over the years and have questions myself about. And discovering new mysteries and wanting to find out more about them. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until later on, y'all have a blessed one.